welcome. We're shifting the energy in the room. We're shifting the energy. I want you to come in to this container today, and I want you to sit down, grab a cuppa, and hear me out for a second. Hear me out for a second. I want you to know this about me. Clearing the energy in the room. I want to invite you in to release anything that is holding you back today from being your goddess self. Woo! I'm going to take these out because I don't think you can hear me. How about now? Can somebody tell me if you're watching? Microphone test. 1 2 1 2. Okay. Okay, I think I can hear you. Or you can hear me. Anyway, I just was on explaining that I was going through some things today. I am in a position to share with you at the moment that I was having a super down moment. And you're probably like, well, who cares? Well, I want you to care because I want to share with you how I'm getting out of the funk. Because I started my day on a high note, and then I guess, I don't know what triggered me. Maybe it's autoimmune, maybe hormones, maybe I scrolled too long, whatever it is, but I started to go down the spiral of doom, feeling like I wasn't doing enough, all the things, all the ego brain, all of the chatter in the head, right? That tries to take you out from your greatness, takes you out of the game. And I want to help you shift that. I want to help you understand that you are the creator of how you feel, ultimately. So I want to share with you 5 things that I did instantly to help me get out of the mood, because the mood was taking me out. I was sitting there stewing and feeling sad and feeling defeated and what's the point of the work that I'm doing? All of the inner critic stuff, which is why, honestly, I have to share this too, why I have a coach on my team to help me, and I'm surrounded with women in my life to help me lift me out of this stuff sometimes. But I had to do it for myself today. And the reason why I'm so good working with my clients to help them create energy shifts in their own life is because I freaking have to do it for myself. I'm a positive person for the most part, but I have real negative moments. And in order for me to learn how to teach others, in order for me to actually be able to help others rise, I got to do it for myself. So I have to practice it regularly. And today was one of those days. And so I want to share with you a couple things that I did today, because as I was sitting there in the window, scrolling the internet, finding myself peering over the fence at other people's things and getting in the comparison game, I found my mindset going in the gutter, and it was so annoying. And I literally got annoyed with myself. I knew that was not me. First of all, it's a self-awareness practice, understanding that inner chatter, there's a separation between the voice that tries to tell you that you're nothing, and the voice, the whisper, that says the opposite, that says get up from that chair and move. The voice that says get up from that chair and shut off your phone. The voice that says you're an effing goddess, right? That is the voice we want to listen to inside of inside of your vessel, right? So I found that I started feeling poopy pants. So instead of stewing in that and allowing myself to go down the spiral of doom, I set myself a time limit. That's step number 1. I honestly honored the feeling that I was feeling and recognized it was here, thanked it for being here, and now I realize you're here to teach me something, right? So I set a time limit. All right, brain, you got 1 more minute. You got 1 more minute to try and F with me today, and then I have no more time for you. So I set a spiritual time limit, and then I was like, phone off, done. Or actually it was Instagram, closing it, done with the visuals, done with the comparison, shutting down that energetic leak. That was my next step. So I recognized I was feeling poopy pants. I honored the feeling for being here. I thanked it for arriving and like saw that there was something to learn, and I gave it that time limit. And then I was 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Click. No more scroll, right? So that's kind of step number 1 in a lot of ton of other steps. But step number 1 is to actually give yourself a time limit for stewing. Give yourself that time limit. Step number 2, I changed my environment. So changing my environment also involved shutting off my phone. It gave me the focus to go back inward into understanding what was really going on, right? So I disconnected from the energetic leak, and then I actually changed my physical environment. So I got up out of the chair. I mean, I was in a great place in my house. It was beautiful, but it was this stagnant energy of like, that's where I was stewing. So removing myself from that container, I got up, I walked out, and I actually came downstairs to my meditation space, sat on my yoga mat, looked at myself in the mirror, and began to repeat some of the next steps I'm going to share with you. So get up and get out. Whatever environment you're in where you're feeling it, it's like we say, you cannot heal in the environment that made you sick, right? The environment that I was in my house, was draining my energy. So I got up and got out. A lot of times I also get up and I get outside. I go breathe some fresh air. But today I came downstairs to my sanctuary, my solitude space, where I could start disconnecting and reconnecting to myself. Okay, so number 2, change your environment. And then, if you saw my post yesterday, this is step number 3, which I will always preach because it works amazingly. Move your freaking body. And I had to force myself to actually just start moving and flowing just ever so slightly. And the thing that helped me start doing that was listening to music. So I put something on, empowering, to fill my brain, and it kind of stops the chatter too. I have a beautiful playlist saved on Spotify that is, I think it's titled Empowerment, something of that nature, some power word. And I just put it on and I flow. I sat in the mirror and I just started riffing, pretending like I'm that artist, singing the song, embodying that energy of like, here to take up space, putting my queen on for the day, look at myself in the eyes in that mirror. All of these are steps that you can do. Move your body, wiggle. Yesterday I shared literally just to kind of like stand up and move your body. Like just wiggle those arms, pretend like you're a wet noodle. Get out the stagnant energy. Or that stagnant energy it will start to take up residence in your home and become part of you for the day. And left unattended, you guys, this creates, honestly, from a nerdy perspective, it creates inflammation in your body, and it creates inflammation in your mind, and it creates the stagnance that is like the foundation for dis-ease. So we want to walk away from that possibility and be the controller, like actually control, take the moment back and shift. Honor the emotion for being here, and then open the virtual or the metaphorical door in the back of your mind, and then kind of like usher it on its way. And the way we usher that feeling out of the room is to do what I'm telling you to do today. Change your environment, move your body, right? Give yourself a time limit. And then the other part, which I've already mentioned, but is a step, is to really get intentional with actually looking at yourself in the mirror. I mean, this is my setup, right? So I have this mirror on the floor of my, my yoga mat, my crystals, like all the things that make me feel yum are all here in this environment. And so I surround myself with that energy. But then the importance of like looking at yourself in your gorgeous orbs, that is your pathway into your soul. The little black part of your eye, inside of there is that gorgeous soul of yours. And I want you to look at her and tell her not only that she's okay, but speak to you as if you were like, speak the things that you want to hear, right? Not all the garble that's going on with the inner critic who's stolen the mic for the day. But I want you to speak to her in ways that you would want to hear from someone else, right? Some of the things, I mean, like, I wrote down some things, but they may sound silly to you because they're not as relevant. But for me, it was like, the work that you are doing is life-changing. The women that are coming into your energetic field are the right women, and you are helping change their lives. There's no need to look over the fence at what everybody else is doing. Comparison is a dream killer. Hello. You are a goddess. Keep going. See how I'm like, all these words are like uplifting, encouraging, the things you'd want to hear, right? Almost like as if you are a parent and you are talking to your inner child who needs a hug. You've got to, on this journey with natural healing, with like having a business as an entrepreneur, you have to be your own best cheerleader. No one else is coming to save you. I mean, it's really important to surround yourself with people who can lift you higher. Totally part of the puzzle. But on your downest days, in those moments, you have to be the one. Connor, you are a goddess. Do it. I love it. You have to be the one that is going to cheer yourself on. So Connor, insert like another power word for you if you don't want to take on the goddess word, which is totally fine. You're so cute. All of this still applies. Especially, I mean, I'm talking to all of you because I know we are in this container. We have an autoimmune condition. Depression is like, goes hand in hand with this disease. And it's freaking annoying. And so you're going to have maybe those down days. Or maybe, depression isn't necessarily part of the puzzle piece, but, we're all human. We have our moments where we're just like, I'm in a funk. And it's so hard to get out. And, no one's going to do it for you. I mean, even like if someone walked in the room right now, they may be able to shift my energy a little bit, but I have to be able to do it for myself. I have to get in this receptive mode, right? And so all of these steps that I've shared with you, even though they sound woo and fluff, they work. They work. All right. Another thing I did, looking in the mirror, I was like, all right, I mean, I am a goddess. I'm a freaking magnet. I am goofy. I am all the things. I looked in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't even like brushed my hair today. I was like, what is going on? Girl, get yourself together. So I went into the bathroom and I grabbed my curling iron and I was like, let's do this do. And I just started putting in some curls so that I'm like actually embodying what I vision myself to be in my mind. It's actually part of the puzzle, and it's not about vanity. It's just about like what makes me feel like really good, right? It makes me feel good to dress nice. It makes me feel good to put on a dress. It makes me feel good to wear a powerful color. And though I haven't quite done that yet today, it's okay. I did the little piece, which is like, let's just do my hair. Let's fluff a little bit, right? So I'm feeling like I'm now walking around my home like, all right, I'm ready for my day. I don't feel frumpy, right? I don't feel frumpy. I feel goddessy. So if you feel that call to like put on the fancy sweater or to like wear some crystals, whatever you want to do, if you feel like lighting a candle because it makes the room feel pretty, like those are your little intuitive nudges that are telling you to walk in that direction. I want you to actually start listening, hearing the call, and taking the action, aligning how you want to feel, right? Align with that. Like you actually have to decide how you want to feel. So today, I mean, let's just blatantly use the word goddess. I wanted to feel like a goddess. So I had to create that for myself. I had to be really intentional with creating my environment and the hair, whatever it is, to embody that energy of, I am that goddess. I am totally her. I'm showing up today as her. That inner chatter brain does not need to show up today, right? So we're going to shut that down. I mean, the last step, I've already shared this one, and this is like a bonus step, but truly, when you feel in a funk, what kind of things are you listening to? What are you putting yourself, surrounding yourself with in your environment that is contributing to the energy leak, right? The negative thoughts, the comparison, what have you. For me today, it was Instagram. So I shut it down, right? I changed my environment. I put on some music, right? The music itself was like a 180. It was like completely lifting me up. So I want you to pay attention to what works for you. In order to figure that out, you actually have to start doing something new in your day. But that takes pausing, getting in this state of being of self-awareness and asking yourself, what do I need right now? And when I was sitting upstairs, stewing in wearing my poopy pants, I call it, wearing my poopy pants. For some reason, I was wearing my jammies, and then I decided to wear my poopy pants. And I was like, I'm just going to be frowny face. And kind of like that inner child was temper tantruming. Like, nothing's working in my life. All the whininess. And I was like, nope, not today. Not today, brain. Not going there. You can have about 5 more seconds of my time, and then we're shifting. So it was Instagram off, change my environment, put some music on, look in the mirror, tell myself all the beautiful words, move my body. So that's a general recap of what we've just talked about. All the things that you can be doing to help shift your energy, because nothing outside of you is going to do it for you. You could buy all the crystals in the world. You could, and then some people go to food, right? You could eat all the cookies you want. That's a temporary fix. So nothing outside of you is going to control how you feel. Nothing outside of you is really going to shift it for you. You have to be the one to show up and commit to doing it yourself. Okay. So this was me today sharing with you that Jen goes through some stuff. Woo! It's been a day. And it's just a lovely walk through on this journey with autoimmune to recognize that I have the power. I have the power. I hold the power to change everything about my life. I don't have to stay in an energetic funk. I have the choice to change it all. And if some of the things that I described today sung to your heart, I want you to try them next time you're feeling funky. I also want you to slip into some preventative medicine for yourself and do them before you even get in the funk, because it may help you stay out of the funk. Getting up, moving, getting outside and moving your body, breathing some fresh air, changing your environment, listening to music, looking yourself in the mirror every single day and telling yourself how amazing you are. Those are all the things that fill your bucket, right? And you got to add to that list. What is it that you know in your heart will contribute to feeling delicious? Decide how you want to feel and then align your actions to that feeling. That is my offering for you today. I love you. We've shifted the energy in the room. We started off with a little sage. Now go do you. I love it. Now, if you need help, reach out to me. That's all I'm going to say, because you know where to find me. I've been on here long enough. You know where to find me. I love you guys. You have an amazingly empowered day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.